Hello YouTube, what's up? I'm so happy you're here. You are gonna love today's video. Are you ready to transform your life and up-level your life in only 7 days? Well, that's what's gonna happen when I share with you my top 12 tips. These are 12 habits that you can do that I promise will transform your life in only 7 days. If you do them. So you get to pick and choose, or you can do all of them. Now, I'm never gonna tell you to do something that I personally haven't done. I've implemented all of these into my life. And I also, not only have I seen the transformations, but I've shared them with my clients in my community. They've done them too, and I've seen the power in them, and I want you to have this experience as well. So if you're sitting here right now and you're going, I really want to up-level my life. I know that I'm meant for more, Melissa. I know that the life that I'm currently living, that there's more here that I want, more joy. And it doesn't matter if you are living a great life or if you're just like, I am not living up to my potential. These are going to catapult you to where you want to be. So let's get into today's video. These 12 tips, life-changing tips for you to do that will change your life in only 7 days. The very first tip that I'm going to tell you to do is, and some of these you've heard before and some of these you haven't, but I'm going to tell you, get up earlier. Now, this is going to combine some things where you might go, I don't want to do that. But I'm going to tell you, if you want to transform your life, you're not going to get there by doing the things you've done. In order to get to where you want to be, it's by doing the opposite of the things that have not been working for you. That's something that I always say in my community. So keep what's working, but we're not going to get there, right? As Aristotle says, you can't solve a problem in the same energy that created it. So we actually need to do things differently. I promise you that the first few days, it might be harder to get up an hour earlier, and I'm not gonna do the whole get up 15 minutes and 30 minutes and incrementally. No, we wanna see big change, right? We want things to change quickly for us. Well, then we need to change and make bigger changes. So we're not gonna do the incremental get up. I actually wanna tell you, get up an hour earlier. So I started doing this in my own life where I really saw that I would get up and then I'd meditate for a bit, and I'd do this. And I always felt like it was just 1 hour, and there was something 1 hour off. There was something that was so sacred about getting up at 5 a.m. and actually getting up and taking that committed time to my morning routine, being up before anybody else, having that time before I felt like people were needing anything from me. Whether they were or not, we still feel it energetically. The minute we turn our phones over, the minute we get out in traffic, or we're trying to get to the gym, or we're taking kids to school, you feel the intensity of other energies, right? Our entire world, everything is energy. So when you have that time for that solitude, that sacred time with you, now here are a few key components that are going to support you in making this be a game changer for you. Get up 1 hour earlier. So if you get up at 8, get up at 7. If you get up at 7, get up at 6, and so on and so on and so on. Use that time, make it scheduled. Don't linger in your bed, okay? Don't go, oh yeah, I'm gonna meditate. That's a slippery little slip that the ego likes to tell you to do. Close your eyes, you're gonna meditate. No, then you're gonna fall back asleep and your alarm's gonna be going off. Actually get yourself up out of bed. Create a sacred space in your home that you go to. Start to train your bodies. Remember, we're animals by nature. So train your body that we go here. We have our tea in the morning, or our warm water with lemon, right? We go and we do this, and that's going to really support you in creating a ritual that's going to connect mentally with getting you out of bed. So you're going to go and do this, and while you're there, remember, we always want to set you up for success. So I have a chair in my living room where I do this, and I've got my little ottoman. I put my feet up. I have my coaster there. I put my tea there, my warm water with lemon. My journal is right there with a pen. Now, the other key to getting up and staying in the frame of divine connection, because there's power at this time in the morning. There's this time with you, this sacred time, the sacred container you're creating. Now, I know you've heard about this before, but I'm going to tell you, here's what not to do. Please do not look at your phone. Don't turn it over. Don't connect. Don't let notifications, even when I have clients who are like, well, I just want to see what time it is. And then all of a sudden there's a notification and a missed call and something they missed the night before and this and that. You don't want to open yourself up to the energy of the world before you've gotten to be clear on the day that you want to have and set clear intention. This is sacred time with you to get divine downloads and to cast a vision for your future. So step 1, we want to get up 1 hour earlier. Now, what does that mean? We need to go to bed an hour earlier, right? Because sleep, especially ladies over 40, we really need our sleep. Hormones, hormone regulation, weight maintenance, weight loss, strength, connection, aging backwards, all the things. So we do want to go to bed an hour early, which brings me to point number 2. Point number 2, habit number 2, step number 2 in this, I wouldn't even say step, habit number 2 is creating a nighttime routine. Now this was huge. This was a game changer for me. And I'm going to tell you that for the longest time, I've always talked about the power of a morning routine. I actually love a nighttime routine even more. I'm going to go and say that if you have to pick one, I would go for a nighttime. I would use this time to look at and review your day, do a revisioning process like Neville Goddard. I have another video where I taught on this. I'll link that here. This is a time for you to journal and write your desires for the next day, what your goals are. This is a time for you to go into gratitude, to set the stage. I always say the beginning of your next day actually starts when you go to bed. You're setting the frame for the energy that you're going to wake up in. When you really take time to be aware of this, it is a game changer. This is not watching the news before you go to bed. This isn't watching some crazy psychological thriller. You're programming the mind with everything that you see right before bed. That is the time to prime your mind with your goals. So you're here to transform. You're here to go to your next level. You are not on a channel called Limitless Living with the spiritual nutritionist if you're not ready to go to your next level, feel and look amazing, right? We're not here to be fine. We want freaking fabulous, right? So in order to be fabulous, in order to live an extraordinary life, we have to set the stage in the mind the night before. Having a nighttime routine to do your skincare, to ground in, to calm your nervous system, to reflect and revise on your day and get clear on where you want to go is a game changer. Just watch what happens after 7 days. You will be addicted, my friend. I promise you. And you will love how you feel in the morning when you do this routine. You will feel energized. You will feel excited. You will feel clear-headed. You will feel inspired. And you will wake up with divine guidance supporting your desires, your asks, your prayers from the night before. Okay? Whatever your religious affiliation, whatever, whether you talk to the universe, angels, God, all the things, all the powers that be like me, you're going to wake up with guidance. You're going to wake up with song lyrics in your head. You're going to wake up, write them down, go and look at the song lyrics. These are messages from your guides, okay? All right, next, I'm going to say it. Replace TV during the week. Now, this was a really hard one for me, and I have to say this was one of the most life-changing things that I did as somebody that actually loves acting in the world of creativity and writing, and I love everything. I love escaping to other places. I love to be entertained. I love all of that, but I also saw what a time suck it was. I saw that I started to come home at night at the end of a long day, put my feet up, and then I'd watch something and it's like 2 hours would go by and I'm like, God, I could have finished a book. I could have gone on a walk. I could have gone in more than 20,000 steps. I could have gone further on that goal. I could have decluttered that closet. I just sat. And then when you start adding up, if you even watch just an hour of TV a night, you have 7 hours that you just wasted on nothingness in a week. 7 hours a week. And most people are watching more than an hour. They're all of a sudden, it's 7 o'clock till 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock to 11, or the kids go down, it's 9 until 11. If you really look at what could I have been doing in that time? I could have gotten so much done, or I could have just been sleeping. I would have rather woken up at 4 in the morning and been excited about my day and gotten that much more of a jump start than just watch television. But it was a hard habit to break. I grew up watching tons of, honestly, we love TV. We were a big movie family. I love movies. I'm not saying that, but what I saw during the week when I made a habit, a routine out of TVs only on the weekends, that was huge. And what I saw was the more that I did it, the more I came home and I found myself feeling calmer, feeling happier, feeling more productive, getting through my goals list, having more clarity on my goals, going to bed feeling more proud, feeling more connected to myself, feeling more connected to other people, using that time to make phone calls that I would go, oh, I don't feel like doing that. And then it was like, wait a minute, I'm sitting and watching television instead of connecting with a friend or a family member, but then I'm complaining that I want more connection. Like, right? Like there were all these things. So release TV. Just try it for a week. No TV during the week. Just try it and see what happens. Okay. Now, next, I just want to make sure that I'm hitting all these targets. All right. So I get really excited because I have to tell you, it wasn't easy, but it was a game changer and it feels so good that like, I want you to have that feeling too. Okay. And another thing that I will tell you as a nutritionist, weight loss expert, I can tell you, do you know how many added calories happen when you're eating television and eating mindlessly? So you naturally end up just pairing, you're not having those extra calories and you're actually sleeping better. You're not as disrupted. Now, this isn't turn the TV off and then instead just scroll social media. We're not looking from one numbing agent to the next. So let me go to my next one. Not incessantly scrolling, especially before bed. And what I want to tell you with this is, what happens is we go into comparison, we lose time very, very quickly. We end up completely numbing out and harboring negative emotions within our energetic body. So did you ever notice that after scrolling, you kind of go, what just happened? Like, where did my motivation go? Now I feel bad about myself. I don't really feel inspired. And now I'm kind of all in my head and I'm feeling a bit muddied, right? And it's because with social media now, everything is a dopamine hit. Meaning, and it's not just about you getting likes and numbers, but it's all the content that you are ingesting is meant to be in rapid fire succession. So your mind can't even fully process what you just received. So you could watch an incredible video that's blowing your mind, right? Like this video right now. And you'll be going, oh my God, that's so fascinating. And yes, I want to do that. And then you scroll to the next one when this one's done. And the next one goes, and the next one. And then you're going, I don't even know, but I got this really great download earlier when I was watching that cool Melissa girl, then my favorite new channel on Limitless. Subscribe, by the way. Maybe try it. I make videos like this all the time. So I say this because that's what happens. And then we're going, wait, there was this really cool thought that I had, or I had this big aha and I kind of missed it because it was going on to the next. And then what happens is, just like your computer has too many tabs open, your mind has too many tabs open, and you don't know where to place your energy. And this is why so many people now are having a hard time knowing what their purpose is, how to focus, where to focus, what to focus on, right? So this is a great thing to do, is really, really put parameters and boundaries around your scrolling time. And this will be huge for you moving forward in your day. All of these things are going to mount to give you so much time where you're going to feel space, feel expansion. And remember, the universe abhors a vacuum. So where we create space, good things can come, new things can come, right? And that's what we want. We want to get out of doing things the old way and into doing things a new way that are going to highly, highly serve and support you and who you want to be, because you know you're meant for more. So again, it's about doing things differently. Now, the next one that I'm going to say is so good. We talked about the nighttime routine. Movement. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm looking off here because I kind of went out of order and I want to make sure I'm hitting all of them. Movement. So movement, but I'm going to be very specific. It has been a game changer for me to add 10,000 steps a day with a weighted vest. Now, not everybody is in that space or level of fitness, but you can be, and you can start right now. And a weighted vest, especially if after 40, is going to really, really support in building strong bones, lean muscle, right? Supporting with weight loss, cardiovascular health, heart health. It's going to help with everything that you're doing, and just getting out and doing 10,000 steps a day in nature is ideal. You can do this in nature. You can do this at the gym. You guys, if you follow me on social, which I really hope you do, you will see me at the gym with my weighted vest, right? Ankle weights, wrist weights, all the things. I'm always like, how can I get the biggest bang for my buck for what I'm doing? But I have found it to be so amazing to go in nature. And this isn't just what I do in the gym, but to just go on a walk, to go on nightly walks after dinner, to have this time for me to be with myself, to catch up with friends, to catch up with family, to catch up with my person, to do whatever it is that I want to do or myself, and be in nature, be with divine, just connect, really get clear on what was the day that I just had, what worked well, what didn't. It's a time for you to be with you. And it becomes something that your body looks forward to. Remember, we're animals by nature. Your body, just like pets, yes, it will be going, hey, do you want to go for that nighttime walk? Like, you'll feel it. There will be a part of you that will want to go back into your habit of, let's go sit in front of the TV. And there will be a part of you that will go, wait, but come on, we really want to go outside. Let's grab our water. Let's go. I put on like my little fanny pack. I grab my giant water. And I go and I walk and I carry my water with me because it's like a weight, and I move it from hand to hand. But it's just a time for your body to digest everything, not just your food, but everything. Release energy, give it to the trees, breathe in, breathe out. And when you come back, you're like ready to go to bed. You feel good and you feel more alive. Trust me, after a day of sitting at a desk or being on camera or whatever it is that you do, or working with people or being in an office or taking care of your kids, it's time for you, okay? Life-changing, I promise you. Now, the next one I'm gonna tell you is being intentional with your food and actually sitting down undistracted. Now, some of you might be going, how can I be undistracted? Like, my house is chaos, like we've got this. But actually sitting down for your meals and starting a rule with yourself that you put your food on a plate. Not eating out of containers, not standing in your kitchen, not grabbing something, not eating in the car. Being intentional and putting food on your plate not only has your mind feel fuller more quickly, but it actually signals to your brain, we just ate, we had an experience, and now we're done. So the whole nighttime, all day grazing doesn't happen because you actually feel solidified in an event that just took place, that your mind is metabolizing and really, really taking in and understanding. I just had this experience. Now, here's what's really cool that happens. You will notice that sometimes you go to sit down and you're like, I'm not actually hungry. This was like a habit. I was just kind of standing and wanting to eat something. But now that I put this food on the plate, like, I don't actually feel like all of this. I just want some water, or I just want a cup of tea. Or I honestly, there were a few times, what was really cool for me was I came in and I was like, and I thought I had like a craving. I'm like, I want this. And then I was like, oh, go sit down with it. I was like, I don't really feel like sitting down with it right now. And right now I'm currently single. So I was like sitting at my table and I was like, I want to sit by myself, right? And a few times I got my book and I started reading because I told myself I'm not scrolling, right? I'm going to be with myself. But I was reading a book that's more introspective, right? So I wasn't getting lost in anything. It was about reflecting on yourself. And then there were other times where I just sat with myself and I talked out loud about my day. And I was like, today was a great day. And I kind of sat with spirit and I just sat. And what I found was I got fuller more quickly. I needed less food. I was more satisfied, which was really interesting. And then the other thing I teach this in my Love Your Body, Lose the Weight program, but I started to notice that in my herd life, I had gotten away from it and kind of would like stand in the kitchen or make something or just be like, oh, I'm answering some clients, so I'm just going to finish this and eat this egg sandwich real quick and then I'm going to go here. And I was like, start sitting. And it was so calming for my body. There was a level of presence with myself. There was a recognition. I was eating less. I was having less cravings. And there were a few times where I just came home and I was like, I'm actually not hungry. I think I just want a warm cup of tea. And I'm just going to go like lay in bed and grab my book and Yeah. And that was interesting because in the past I might have been like, oh, let me watch the show. And then, watching too many episodes. And then it's like, right. Like it's so easy to do that with Netflix, especially when you've had a crazy day and you're wanting to decompress. But it's not fulfilling. And that's what we want to go for. What's fulfilling? What's going to deepen our connection? What's going to bring heightened transformation? What's going to support in the life we want to create and giving us the vision, the clarity, all of these things. What I'm sharing with you will, I promise you. And not only that, but it's actually to transform the way you look and the way that you feel, and you're going to be happier. So a few things that happened to me, I was more productive, more efficient, more present to myself and to people. I think I might have lost weight. I don't know. I don't weigh myself, but I feel tighter. I have more energy. I'm sleeping better. I'm sleeping fantastic. I'm waking up with a lot of guidance, and I'm looking forward to my nighttime routine so much. And I love my morning routine. So, I feel so productive. By like 6:30 in the morning, I feel like I'm already on top of the world. And it's just a great feeling. And I'm just asking myself more. So this leads me into my next point. Next, anything that you do, ask yourself, how can I have more fun doing this? Just put it in front of, how can I have more fun walking to work? How can I have more fun in my commute? How can I have more fun getting ready for work? How can I have more fun? How can I have more fun? How can I have more fun? How can I bring more joy? This is a very simple thing to do, but it will transform the way you live your life and the way you talk to you and the way you look at the most simple things. So instead of just getting a cup of coffee, it's like, well, how could I have more fun? I don't know, maybe I'm gonna add a smiley face with my cinnamon, or I'm going to drink it out of this mug instead, or I'm going to sit down and really take a moment and blah, blah, blah. Or I'm gonna put music on while making my coffee. These simple little things add a ton more fun and joy to your day. And when we're in a heightened state of joy, what do we attract? We attract more good things. What do we attract? More fun, more happiness, more positivity, more joy. People want to be around you. You want to be around yourself. Everything becomes heightened and illuminated and more exciting, okay? So how can I have more joy? And, two final tips. So tip number 11 is talk to yourself in the mirror each day. Oh, my lady loves, I've been teaching mirror work forever and a day. And I have to tell you, if you've gotten away from it, I know you've read about it, I know you've heard about it. I teach it in all of my programs because it works. I learned it from the mother of mirror work herself, Louise Hay. She was my first coach ever back in the day. I've been doing this a very long time. And I want to tell you, standing in front of the mirror, walking by a mirror and just saying, I love you, you're beautiful, your morning affirmations, everything is always working out for me. I magnetize all good things to me. I am amazing. I love me. I look incredible. I love my body. I'm happy, whole, and complete exactly as me. I am perfect. I attract everything I want to me. I'm a master manifester. Things come to me quickly. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is that you want to say, I'm a magnet for money, I'm a magnet for all good things, right? You just get to keep going. I am just the epitome of love, and all things love come to me. So you say these things in front of the mirror. You talk to yourself. Hello, beautiful. Good morning. Today's an incredible day. I love you. I'm so grateful to be you. You're going to greet your soul in the mirror and recognize yourself and look at yourself and tell yourself the things that you want everyone to reflect back to you, because the world is a mirror and they are saying to you and reflecting back to you everything you believe to be true about yourself. Okay, so this is a powerful, powerful, life-changing, transformational thing that you should, please, I invite you to do every day. And it's even more powerful to do it butt naked or in your underwear in front of the mirror and taking in all of you and just holding you and going, I love this belly that birthed these babies. I love these legs that ground me in I love my butt. I love my arms. I love my eyes. I love my teeth. I love my smile. You just go, 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 go. A lot of women have a lot that they carry energetically in the womb space around discomfort. And we really want to bless it. We want to bless it for all it does. right? And same thing, we want to bless every part of us, especially those parts that you feel are not your best parts, if you will. They are. They're amazing and they're yours. Last but not least, now this one might throw you for a loop, but I'm going to tell you, I cut out alcohol. And this is not because I had a drinking problem. This is not because I even had an excessive problem. I just noticed as an intuitive and divine channel, but honestly, really into my health and aging backwards and wanting to look and feel amazing. And I run my companies and I wanted to be the best version of me. And the best version of me doesn't like feeling hungover. I noticed wine started to disrupt my sleep. Even if I just had half a glass or a glass, I would feel fuzzy the next day. I wouldn't feel as on point. I didn't feel my best self for my clients and my community. A lot of the work that I do, I write a lot. I do all my things, right? So for me, I want to be on point with that. And I know firsthand as an intuitive that alcohol clouds you from being a channel, from your divine channel, from you hearing intuitive guidance, right? And as a nutritionist, a spiritual nutritionist, it is toxic to the body. So I slowly just kept taking it out. And then I was just like, you know what? I don't even know why I'm even saying I'd want a glass of wine. I don't. I'm good. And it, again, has proven to be just a beautiful experience. This doesn't mean like if I want to have a drink, I'll have a drink. It's not, but I would love to invite you, if you truly want to transform the way you think, the way that you feel, and the way you operate in the world, take alcohol out just for 7 days. And I want to hear from you what it does for you. What do you notice? What do you notice about your skin? What do you notice about your brain and your brain functioning? What do you notice about the way you feel in your body? What do you notice? It's going to be a game changer for you. So guys, these are my 12 healthy habits that truly will transform your life in the next 7 days. Try them all. Do a few. Let me know in the comments below which ones you're going to do. And if you want more videos like this, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, to like and comment below, to let me and the algorithm know, and share this. And so that's how you can get notified. I go live 3 times a week and we post 2 long form videos as well. I am here for you every step of the way. Please let me know any other videos that you want. If you like videos like this, I'm here to take you to your next level so we can all thrive in life in a body that you love. Here's to living limitless, loves. I will see you in the next video. All my love.